Another skill that you will need to use is how to convert from radical form or to exponent form or vice versa. So write as much as you know about the topic in this space. Pause now and I'll show you my answers. This is what I know. X raised to a fraction exponent. Well, fraction exponent means it is a root or a radical. Now the a is in the numerator, like a whole number is a regular exponent, where the denominator of the exponent is the radical. I like to say this is a little shelf that the radicand, that the index it's called, that this little b, the bottom of the exponent, lies on. So simply convert. Well, we are going to keep the same letter a, but a fraction exponent means a radical, so I'm going to include the radical sign. And this is a fifth root because it's the bottom exponent, the bottom of the fraction that makes it fractional, right? If this 5 went away, it would be a squared. Well, keeping that in mind, a squared. Now you can put the 2 outside. Sometimes you may see it in parentheses. Do this first, then square, or you may see it like inside over here. Either are fine. I'll just put it here kind of somewhere in the middle to show you that both work. Number 10 is slightly different because we have 2 things involved, the 4 and the x. Well, the 4 is not raised to 3 over 4. See, this is an exponent, and the exponent is attached to the x. So the x is going to be under the radical. So I'm going to put a 4 on the outside, a big old 4 on the outside. That's this guy over here. And then in the circle, I have the radicand. It's a fraction exponent, so I have radical. X is underneath. 4 is the bottom of the fraction, and the power of 3. I'll put it inside, because that's what I'm feeling like. You could put it outside. The point is that the 3/4 exponent is applied to only the radical, only the x, and not the 4. Number 11 is slightly different because it's negative, but negative just means fraction bar, put it on bottom. So I need to see a fraction bar. I'm going to take this, I'm going to move it down. So it's going to be 3b to the positive 3/4. And when I rewrite that, since it's a fraction exponent, I put a radical, and that's my answer. This one is kind of like number 10, just making sure that you know the negative number is just a negative number, nothing special. Now this is an x radical. I'm going to put a 2, I'm going to put a 1, and then I'm going to say, wait a minute, a 2 there doesn't say anything, a 1 there doesn't say anything. I can make them both invisible. So if you see a radical without numbers, well then realize that it's square root, and I'll add that to my little notes up here. And now I need to go backwards. Now, there's an invisible 1 exponent here, right? 14 to the 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 14, keep it there. I'm going to raise it to a fraction exponent because I see a radical. 5 on bottom, 1 on top, done. I'm going to try the rest. See if you can do the rest. Pause here and check my answers momentarily. And these are the answers that I gave you. You'll notice a couple of them have options. Either you can have a negative exponent or you can have an exponent in the denominator.